You know what? I changed my mind. It hits everything that I look for in a song.
Welcome back to Dastardly Hamster. So, Liam, you have already liked 2 songs in a row by System of a Down. You liked BYOB and Prison Song, which means I get to show you a 3rd song by System of a Down. And today we're going to be listening to Sugar.
The last ones were pretty fast, which I liked. I think what made them stand out to me was they both went in unpredictable directions, which in some cases I liked, some cases I didn't, but I appreciated them at the end for being so different.
I think that's one of the top things that people like about System of a Down is how different and unique they are. No one has ever really made exactly that sound before or since. They are their own style. So if you like 3 songs in a row, that will complete the series, and that means I get to show you a one-off song, which is something that you will have to listen to whether you like it or not.
Good evening. I'm Erica Lost. NATO forces bombed Serbia and Kosovo. An unidentified man is being held for questioning by the FBI for suspected links to last month's biological virus deaths. In local news, a dog named Hero takes the grand prize at the annual... I wish I could tell you more pertinent news, but we're in a rating system here, and the key factor is... sensationalism. They've got you running in circles, 9 to 5, then 5 to 9. You're mine. I tell you what they want you to know. And you consider it the truth. Nobody is opening their eyes. Our global economy is depleting the world of our lives and natural resources. And are you happy? Come on! I work for the system.
Okay, I really like anything that critiques the media empire. What I find interesting here is that it wasn't subtle.
No, System of a Down is not subtle.
So now I'm curious, with a song title like Sugar and an opening that is a critique of the media, how are these things going to relate?
While I don't know this 100% for sure, I suspect that that first clip at the beginning is like an homage to the 1976 movie Network. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Yeah.
So in that movie, there's a newscaster who goes off on the news and has a world-changing broadcast where he says, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. And it felt very much like this news clip that we just watched.
Number 1, really hard intro, super aggressive, really like that. We go from that to like the most strange picking I've ever heard, where it's like, they're not letting the note ring, which is a choice. But you know what? I think that's probably part of the appeal, is that it's so different. So that stood out to me a lot. And like, not in a bad way. I don't think I've heard like a hard song like this do that before. So I appreciate that. Again, I like the contrast between the really aggressive vocals and the, what I'll call, Weird Al vocals. I enjoy when a song has 2 vocalists doing entirely different things. I really like the chorus. Something keeps coming up that says aspartame kills. What is aspartame?
That chemical sugar replacement. If you drink like Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi or something like that, that weird sugary taste is aspartame, which is a replacement for real sugar, a cheap substitute for sugar.
Now, is that what the song is actually about, or is this like a metaphor for something else being a cheap substitute for something else?
I've heard about this song referring to sugar as cocaine, essentially. But because we start out the video with them talking about the media, I think they're saying that media is the opiate of the masses. That would make entertainment news like aspartame, I guess.
Right in my pocket. Yeah, right in my pocket. My girl, you know, she lashes out at me sometimes and I just kick her and then, oh, baby, she's okay. People are always chasing me, not trying to push my face to the ground. They're all doing suck up my motherfucking brains. My girl, the kombucha, mushroom, people, sitting around all day. Can't believe you. Can't believe you. Let your mother ring.
One thing that I really appreciated there was in the verse, he was sort of singing at a normal speed and then all of a sudden just like sped up to like 100 miles an hour to get those last words in, which I really, really enjoy. It's like my favorite thing when a singer will get you comfortable at a certain word per minute pace and then start throwing in a bunch of other words really quickly. I also wanted to mention earlier, I like how it draws attention to the bass line. There's a few seconds where everything stops and you just hear the bass. I just like bass guitar in general.
I sit in my desolate room. No lights. No music. Just over. Killed everyone. I'm away forever. But I'm feeling better. How do I feel? What do I say? You, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? You, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. How do I feel? What do I say? In the end, it all goes away. 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 In the end, it all goes away.
Perfect outro. Even though it was just saying the same words, it kept speeding up, it kept adding different instrumentation to it, and that was the only point of the song it did it. Again, if the intro can give you something to look forward to that you can't experience for the rest of the song, you want to wait until the end. So I love that.
What is your rating?
I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 ham stars. Honestly, this is one of those songs I could even see like maybe going up to a 5 eventually. I'm trying to think of like what would actually be holding it back. You know what? I changed my mind. I give this song a 5 out of 5 ham stars.
Wow.
Because I sat here and debated for a couple seconds, what could it do better? And I couldn't think of anything. I think it's just a really good song. It hits everything that I look for in a song. Number one, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's nice and short, knows when it needs to end. Number two, it has two different styles of singing that are both complementing each other. Number three, it's really aggressive and fast. Number four, did I mention the outro yet? And number five, it does something different. The way they're picking during the verse is so weird, but that's why I like it. It almost sounds like a mistake. When you first learn to play guitar and you need to switch from one note to the other, you're not very good at doing it without taking your finger directly off of one note and putting it on the next. You sort of like lose the ring sound between each note. Like a very beginner guitarist would be like, da 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 instead of da 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 da, right? And that's how it sounded to me. And I know that sounds extremely negative, but to me, I think that's cool. I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. I don't really understand the lyrics that well. Maybe in the comments, you can help me. I feel like it's got a deep meaning. I feel like this is one of those songs that's all metaphors.
Okay, here we go. Sugar is about the world's population's overuse and reliance on drugs and other substances, as well as the predatory state of media like the news.
Those seem unrelated.
My interpretation is that they are treating the media like a drug, like an addiction, and that so much of it is empty calories like sugar. And people have also often referred to sugar as being a drug in itself. The big thing about the lyrics that always jumps out for me is where they're saying kombucha mushroom people sitting around all day. Kombucha, that was drank by the hipsters about, 10 years ago. My interpretation is that the kombucha mushroom people sitting around all day were just kind of like do nothing activists who watch the news but don't really act on it. And then I don't know if you noticed near the end of the video, there was this really horrific imagery showing hangings and riots and stuff like that with the main singer like moving his hips like Elvis. And I think the point of that is there's all this real stuff going on in the world, but people are just watching entertainment news, debating about, oh, is it okay for Elvis to be shaking his hips that way? So it's that opiate of the masses messaging that we are all being distracted by entertainment news when we should all not be sitting around drinking kombucha and we should actually be doing stuff.
I don't know if I agree with that interpretation.
I could be completely wrong. What is your interpretation?
Well, I have the opposite view where I think the news is being critical of the activists. I don't think the singer is. It almost seems like the news is sending that message that's sort of making them seem like they do nothing. On songmeanings.com, there are 252 comments of people debating what this song means. So that's a lot. So it means that people have a lot of a disagreement over the meaning of this song. So maybe people in our comments sound off, let us know your interpretation. It'll probably differ from ours.
Tell us which of our interpretations sounds more right to you, and also argue with each other in the comments.
Yes, be at each other's throats.
You can be brutal with your words, but only upvote people.
Upvote people you disagree with. That's the dastardly way. What do you rate this?
I would rate this a 4. It's a song that I like a lot, but it's not my favorite. There's a lot of songs that I really, really like by System of a Down that I probably won't play for you because I think they're too classical, and I don't think you'll really like them.
That's it for us, Hamstars. Spin your wheel down to that. That's it for us.
Fuck it, I'll do it. Well, that's it for us, Hamstars. Spin your wheels down to that subscribe button.
And give us a dastardly thumbs up.